What are cryptocurrencies? Let us explain what digital currency is. Surely on more than one occasion, you have heard stories of people who became millionaires with cryptocurrencies, but do you know what it is all about? Let's try to explain it. Cryptocurrencies could be considered a monetary system. They do not have value because of the material they are made of, as could happen with silver or gold. They do not depend on any government or institution but on supply and demand, so we can say that people give value. The more people are interested in cryptocurrencies, as, in other items, their value will increase. The first to exist and uncover a whole sector was Bitcoin, but there are currently hundreds of cryptocurrencies. They were given this name because of their encrypted nature, that is, protected through a series of keys. Do you understand? This makes them very attractive because it is difficult to steal or hack them. Doing transactions with ordinary money has costs and several intermediaries. With this type of cryptocurrency, the price is low, and the operation is immediate. These transactions are anonymous. It all arose from the financial crisis of 2008. A person or group of people who calls himself Satoshi Sakamoto had the idea of joining technology and the internet to try to get out of the system. When we talk about the system, we refer to governments and banks mainly, so that you understand us. He devised a process in which a person can pass value to another without going through an intermediate entity. There is an Internet of Information, which opens the doors of thousands of pages to search for data or entertainment, and an Internet of Value, the Bitcoin. This cryptocurrency changed everything, so much so that some consider it the Industrial Revolution but the Internet. Electronic money already existed, but to pass money from one person to another, banks were always needed, which kept a commission. That is why cryptocurrencies use the technology known as blockchain or blockchain. It is a decentralized system, and each transaction is called a block and has a unique and unrepeatable code. That block or transaction is recorded forever, with all related information. The network of users who are using this system registers and validates it, and it is simply because anyone can have blockchain installed on their computer. That is, we can see these operations and attest that this money really exists. This block joins other existing partnerships or transactions and form a vast chain. Thus, the community replaces these intermediate entities. It has thousands of computers connected around the world. Cryptography is based on mathematics, so it is very reliable. It could be that one person mistakenly validates a transaction, but as there are thousands of people at the same time, both then and the possibility of the hacker doing his thing is negligible. Blockchain has this decentralized network of computers that validate transactions, and each of the people who do so is known as a miner. Surely more than once, you have heard of mining bitcoins. In the end, they are giving the power to the people because everyone can download it and put it to produce. At the beginning, mining bitcoins was straightforward, but over time this was also changing, and everything seems great, right? But, like everything has its drawbacks. The worst thing about Bitcoin is its volatility. It has 100% variations and therefore is not stable, so we have seen it throughout its history. It was born in 2009 with a price of $0.01 for each Bitcoin. At the beginning, few invested, but little by little, they were growing. To give you an idea, in May 2011, they reached the price of $35, then they went down again and stabilized between $2 and $15 in 2012. After that, the digital currency became famous in the Asian continent, which again placed it on the rise. It reached a price of $202 in June 2013. And that was not its peak because, in September of the same year, it reached $1,203. It was quite a scandal in the financial systems of the world and caused several governments to decide to act. Among others, the Chinese government banned the use of Bitcoin as a current currency, and the Argentine central bank also issued an alert. This generated some fear, and some people decided to get rid of their Bitcoins. Thus, its price dropped $500. Over time, some governments even came to accept it, such as Barack Obama, who in 2016 declared Bitcoin as a national currency, thus opening the doors to cryptocurrencies. The commotion was such that curious stories followed, such as the most expensive pizzas in the world. Do you know it? In May 2010, Laszlo Hanges posted on an internet forum that he would pay 10,000 bitcoins for a couple of pizzas. Most people interpreted it as a joke. At that time, bitcoins had not yet emerged, so the message went largely unnoticed. However, someone accepted the deal, and the purchase was made. That sale became the first real-world use of Bitcoin as a payment system. Months later the price of the cryptocurrency began to soar, and forum users remembered the pizza thing. What that man paid for 2 pizzas would translate to May 2020 into more than $90 million. That is why it often jokes that they were the most expensive pizzas in history. Even though May 22nd was established as Bitcoin Pizza Day, this curious sale also reflects the instability we discussed before. When people acquire Bitcoins or another type of cryptocurrency, they think they will make a particular profit or escape from the conventional monetary system. Still, it could be that at that moment, their value falls, and they end up losing everything. Due to the hype around Bitcoin, there were many new companies or large fortunes, who decided to launch their cryptocurrency. So did Facebook, which released Libra. This allows its millions of users to exchange that currency within their platforms, with actions as simple as buying things in the marketplace. It could create a parallel banking system, and that is why, although it emerged with great force, it received harsh criticism from governments. It seems that this has caused the process of creating a parallel system has been modified and adapted, and now the intentions are different. Everything we are talking about has caused traditional banking has also had to give it many turns and reinvent itself. Anyway, for the moment, it seems that it will not yet be dethroned ultimately. We have already told you that the cryptocurrency market is very changeable. It has had many downturns, moments in which people had invested, needed to get rid of their cryptocurrencies to keep their money safe. In this digital environment, an ancient figure returns the tokens. Some of you will know what we are talking about, but if not, we will explain it very simply. A token digitally represents anything in the real world. It can mean a house, a share in a company, a collectible, or anything. It can be used as a payment or exchange. Still, in reality, it only seeks to represent something. This tool facilitates sales or transactions on the internet because they allow users to buy different services within the digital world. With the cryptocurrency revolution, people started to exchange those tokens of different projects in the secondary market. When the thing began to fall, some people felt the need to change Bitcoins but wanted to stay in the digital world. There was born another figure that we want to talk about, the stablecoins. A stablecoin is, as its name suggests, a stablecoin because it has some guarantees around it. This means that you can be in the crypto world without the instability of cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. All this technology has created a series of infrastructures for tokenization. That is, we can have any real good in the digital world, have it in a blockchain, and be able to exchange it. We have the technology, the currency, but the regulation is missing, and that seems to be what the experts are working on. So that you understand its importance, it will make it easier. For example, for a person to buy a small part of a Picasso, possibly it would be impossible to get the whole painting, but he can have a portion. We know it's crazy, but the truth is that it seems that in the future, we will continue to talk a lot about these terms. Even memes have gotten fully into cryptocurrencies, such as Dogecoin, which started as a joke and is now an actual project. We hope you've got the gist of it. Let us know in the comments what you think about all this.